Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in Gelderland. Right. That's that first bit. You are doing absolutely fine up and down here. I've got nothing else that I need to do there. You don't need to do anything here. No, don't worry about you for a sec. That one. Well, this one here might as well stay there. That's on the side of the grass. It's these two fields that is going to be the ones that are going to want, and also that one. But these, so I might as well, I'll just move over this way a little bit. Be ready on the corner of this field for when we want to. Hey, I got right of way here. I'm bigger than you. Are you really inching forward just a little tiny bit? Because you think that you're better than me. There. Now you have to get a new car. Now who's better? It's probably not the way to do it, is it? That probably is not the way to behave. This one has almost finished. I can't use it. Well, I could if I go and manually do it. This one here has still got quite a bit in this field, and then I got the whole of the other field to go and do yet. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what I want to do about that. There's nothing else that I want to move around with the factories. Do I want to go and sell anything today? I don't think I will. I've got a load of eggs there. We won't worry about selling those now. There's nothing to sell there. There's nothing here. I've got a few bits over this side that we will want to sell, but we don't need to now. And cows, chickens, everything. They've got everything that they want as well. So the only thing that we've got left to do right now is to... Yeah, actually, start you up and just... Oh, no, I don't want to fold that one yet. I need to just double-check that I have got the whole field done. This one needs to be finished, and we need to plant the next field as well. So I might just start doing a little bit of that one manually. I'm just changing this over so that we have soybeans, and I am driving up the road sensibly with the machine folded behind me. If you think you can see something else, it's probably a figment of your imagination. Because I would never do anything that was even slightly insane, and definitely wouldn't go bouncing across the countryside like you think, possibly you've seen me do. That would just be foolish, foolhardy, reckless, and possibly even dangerous. So I definitely wouldn't go doing something like that. Let me just start going along here now that we have carefully and sensibly arrived in our field. And all I need to do is finish this field, and then there is everything that I need to do for April. I'm not actually going to need anything else done for April. I've got some other small jobs that I could go and do, I suppose. Like, maybe we could buy more fields and join a few more fields together. There is a bit of fertilizer that I could do up in the field, up at the very top. Which I might go and do. But I've got fertilizer that I want to spread in this field. Well, these two fields right here, plus the big one that we've just done. And there's going to be the one up the top that we're going to need to do. All of those are going to need fertilizer. So what we might do is, because next month in May, in theory, we should be able to start doing our mowing. We will do the mowing and dealing with the grass. And then while we're doing that, that tractor right there can do the fertilizer spreading in all of the fields that need it. Which I think is probably the best way to go about this. And then if we do it that way, it means that we don't have to kind of wait around for fertilizer spreading to be done. I need a new fertilizer spreader. That's another machine that I need to work on. Not only that, I also need to have some seed drills set up and prepared. I'll probably want a couple. Most of the machines that we're now using, we're going to want a couple of them, because as we get more fields, like as you can tell, we've been doing this for a couple of episodes. We've been doing planting of one kind or another for the majority of a few episodes now, and this is not how it should be done, not in this series. We should be able to get through it much faster than this. So we're going to need seed drills that go faster, and we're going to need seed drills that cover more ground. Now, the one danger that we have with seed drills that cover more ground is the overlapping another field. That's the only issue. So if it's too wide, it will overlap into the next field, and that is going to cause us problems. So that's the bit that I'm going to have to be careful of. I can't go too wide with it, which is why I'm thinking several seed drills is probably going to be the solution to the problem here. The other thing is the ditches on the edges of the fields. I've been wondering how I can deal with this, because I'm having to, I mean, obviously this one, I'm manually driving it anyway, but I am having to go round the edges of the fields with the tractors every single time, and I'm going to have to do that anyway. We know that's just a thing that you've got to do, but how can I do things so that the tractor will stop before the ditch and turn around, so I don't have to drive around the edge of the field every time if I don't want to? I can just set the hideout going. The only thing I can think of is putting fences around every single field, but I'm not sure that I want to do that. So I'm unsure at the moment. It might be that I just go across the entire district and remove every single ditch. Now, if I do that, it could mean that this area that we live in may become prone to flooding, which I'm sure you'll agree is not necessarily the best thing for us to go and do. We don't really want it to become prone to flooding. Now, that seed drill right there is actually ready and raring to go in this field here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap over. This one's going to drive up into here. It's going to stop there a second. I'm going to go to this one. This one is going to drive down in here, and the hired help can carry on there, and then I can use the other tractor to just finish off this one, doing the stuff manually around the outside edge, which I think is probably going to be the best way to go about this. So let's bring you up this way and around here like this, and I'll give you plenty of overlap on this first run. There's no harm in that. Just to make sure that you get all of it. Right, off you trot, and then I want to go to this one. And I already did a bit there. It's the other end of the field that we mostly have got stuff that we need to deal with. I've done this field. That one over there is busy planting itself at the moment. We won't need to do any fertilizer spreading until May, and that's about everything that we need to do. So this planter right here, this one can be returned because this one doesn't work how I want it to work. So we will get rid of this one. Let's just unfold it, unhitch it right there. And I'm going to go into here. We're going to go to seed drills. No. Planters. No. Least planters. That one. And we're going to return that one, even though it is full at the moment. It probably would have been better if we emptied it out first. So what I have been busy doing is updating a couple of little bits ready for this new round of recording that I'm doing now. And I have got updated versions of most of the things that we have got plonked down here, except for that one, the plain cereal. The chocolate muesli one I've got updated versions of, but the plain cereal, I don't actually have anything for this one yet. So I'm going to have to try and find one, because I couldn't find a modded one that I can alter to how I want, and I don't know yet how to, because what you are able to do, Giants do actually have some instructions on how you basically turn anything in the game into your own mod, and then you can change it round. It's part of the modding tutorial setup. But I haven't done any of that yet, so everything else, I now have some alternative versions that we can go and put out there, which means that we can clear all of this lot out and move it. So what I was thinking was, well, what do we use all of this area for? Because if we're going to be using the area down along the field there for a lot of stuff, what do I use this bit for? And one answer to that is I could put more cows in once we've expanded that one, but we still don't know if we can even maintain one pen full of cows over there. I could possibly have some more chickens, but I'm not too worried about that. And then I was thinking, well, you know, I've been saying for ages that I really, really want to have some sheds and stuff so we can put all of this lot under cover. If I was to... These greenhouses, these are all going to go. We're going to get rid of these now. And if I was to put them there, where all of that is, then problem solved. We can put the greenhouses over that side. This side, then, we can use for sheds, apart from that bit there, which is for the eggs from the chickens. And everything else will just slot into place. So I'm quite happy with that. I quite like this idea. This grain mill right here is completely empty. There is nothing in it. And this grain mill over here is empty. It's got 85 litres of flour. That's nothing. The oil mill over here is saying that it's empty. So we've got several of these now that are actually empty. If we go and have a look at our productions, so we've got the bakery right here. The bakery has got quite a lot of materials in it, and there's not a lot that we can do with that at the moment. So that one we will probably just have to empty that one out or something like that. I'm not quite sure yet. The cat donut production, I need to get some flour over there, some eggs and some butter. That's the basic one on there. We've got the cat Millman Dairy. That one is now being used. The cat pizza production, we're waiting on some ingredients for that one. The cereal factory, this is the one that is... Well, I'm going to deactivate that one. This is the one I haven't been able to get replacement for. I've got some cereal there. I need raisins for that one, and that's going to be worked on. This one is the chocolate muesli. Why aren't I actually running that one? I don't know why I'm not running it at the moment, but I actually want to move that one, so that one I'm just going to delete. So we are basically going to be losing an awful lot of materials during the move, and I'm okay with this. I'm actually okay with this. Like the 22,000 litres of milk, all of that sugar, like, yeah, we are going to be losing a load of this stuff, but I'm okay with this because we will be sort of making it up again. Now, the farm supplies, that's going to stay where it is. So the two grain mills, they're going to go. Grape processing plant, that one is also going to go. I'm going to move that one. We'll rebuild that one. The ketchup plant, that one's going to go and be placed elsewhere. And then we've got all of the greenhouses. And we also have the potato processing. I've also changed this one over, done a lot of work on this one. This is going to be all moved. So at the moment, I've got... few things in here that are ready to come through. Some of these are not actually producing because we've got no cheese coming through at the moment. And then I got the sugar mill. At the moment, we've got hundreds of thousands worth of sugar beet and cut sugar beet in there. That is eventually going to be moved as well. So I'm not quite sure how and when we're going to do them. But to start with, I'm going to go and I'm going to sell some of these things. So like the oil and the mills, that one can go. The dairy, I'll leave that one for a minute. It does have some milk that it's busy processing. That mill right there, that one can go because it's empty. This one is also empty. So that one can go. And then I've got the chocolate muesli factory. I've got upgrade for that one. This one here is not actually working at the moment. And although it does have some stuff in there, I suppose I could go and sell what's in there. This one has got a load of ingredients in it, but I've got updated versions of it, and it's not running at the moment. And I suppose I could, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to sacrifice what we've got in there. There's a couple of decorations that we put down here around the edges, so I'll get rid of them as well. That I don't know. I might keep that. I'm not quite sure yet. And then there's also over this way, I've got the... What's this one? The pancake production. That one is also going to go. So we have completed... We've got a few pancakes there, and I've got a few pizzas there. So I got 839,000. The cereal and the potato place... I want to empty that one out, and the cereal, I want to sell off what I've got in there. The bakery... Actually, the bakery can go. We can move that one. There's a little bit there. The raisin place, that one can go. And then I've got the dairy over here in the corner. The dairy can stay there for a minute because I've also got these here that I'm going to need to move. So I'm now going to go and start putting down a few new buildings. So I just want to show you in here very quickly before I start doing this work. I'm not going to subject you to all of this. There's a couple of things that I've got. I've actually got grape orchards. These right here, and you put a few ingredients in them. They kind of work a bit like greenhouses, and I like this idea. I will keep the grape thing that we've got, you know, the farm over there. I'll keep that, and we will sort of work on that a little bit, and we'll do a bit to it, but these grape orchards, I figured, is a really awesome compromise that we might be able to use, because the production that comes out of the expensive ones is amazing. You will notice... Oh, right. That's something that I've still yet to do. I didn't actually get round to doing that. This is not supposed to be... Oh, these are the greenhouses. That's 15, that's 90,000. Did I change over? I want... no, production. I want factories. And if I go to the cat bit, I did have a mistake on one of them that I had to go and change. Cat 5 donut. Cat 5 oil. Muesli... brick oven. You see, these are all millions, and I've done this quite deliberately. I didn't want it to be easy to plonk down the expensive, like the high production versions. I wanted it to be difficult to build up to it. This one is not supposed to be 1.1 million. It's actually supposed to be 11 million. That was a typo on my part, and the cat potato one there is supposed to be 1.15... no, actually, I think I did have that one right. That's 115. Then this one here is supposed to be 11 million, not what it is at the moment. And then the other potato one, that one is supposed to be 25 million. Because the potato one produces a massive amount of money, so I wanted it to be higher. So we won't be doing the potato one at the moment. That's still on my to-do list to go and correct that. But the other stuff, I'm going to start plonking down. And then I've also got greenhouses here as well. The potato processing greenhouse right there. And then I should have... Actually, that's the standard ones. Cat 10 potato processing right there is about 12 times the production of the standard one. It might be a little bit more than that even. But, yeah, they're 500,000 each just for one greenhouse. And this is all quite deliberate. I have done this deliberately because I want it to be a bit more of a challenge to build up to the really, really high levels that I want to get to. Right, we have got a pizza place, a ketchup place, an oil plant, a mill, a bakery, although I didn't actually realize that the bakery has only got this really small spawn pad right here, so that one's probably going to be changed and brought out here a little bit. We've got a chocolate muesli place, we've got a pizza place, we've got a donut place, and we have a dairy. Now, my new self-imposed rule for what I'm doing here... Oh, and we've also got a sugar mill. I really liked this one. It's quite big, laid out, and I really like that one, so that's the new sugar mill as well. That dairy we will use up. I've also need to find one of those. The potato place needs to be moved. I'll use up what I've got in the sugar one, and I'm not quite sure when I'm going to move this one or delete that one either. But we do have new ones now that will come along. So, my new self-imposed rule is one of each. That's it. If I want to upgrade, then I need to upgrade all the way up to the Cat 5 version that I've got. So, at the moment, I've got, say, the Cat Manchego Mill, which is that one right there. That one was 75,000 euros. I've got a Cat 5 version of that one. It's 4.5 million. So you can see there's quite a substantial jump on each step up, and I've done that. I have done that deliberately. That is a conscious choice. I've chosen to do it like that because I feel it's going to sort of give us a little bit more of a challenge rather than just pouring money through everything and it making it really, really simple. We've got to pick and choose the bits that we do our upgrades on. So I'm not quite sure how this bakery is going to work very well at the moment. The cat brick oven right there, it's already getting a few materials coming in from the greenhouses. And if we have a look in here with some of them, I've made a few small changes to the low-level stuff. Like this one, it's got 25,000. I've also, where I can, changed sizes of some of the pallets and stuff here and there. Flour, we've got these pallets now showing. And the reason for that is that the grain mill here, it actually changes the size of the pallets that come out. They, on this grain mill right here, I really like this one. I think this one's really cool. But the pallets that are spawned on it are like 350 litres each. They're not very big at all. The later versions of it, the pallets are bigger as well. So the only pallets that I haven't changed are the ones that are default base game ones. Obviously, I can't go and change those very easily except with our mod, but... like the one that's working on the chickens over there. So there's still some balancing that I need to do on some of this. But that's what we've got so far. The cereal factory over here at the moment is not doing anything because it needs some raisins. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. That one needs raisins, doesn't it? Where is the cereal factory? Right there. Yes, it does. It needs raisins to go into that one in order for it to be able to work. So I've got several of these others. That one's filling up with tomatoes. Still steadily filling up with tomatoes. I'm actually seriously considering just deleting this one and switching over to the other one. I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe I'll leave that run for a day. In the potato processing, I can't put the new one down until I've gone and altered the prices on it, because the prices are currently incorrect. Actually, no, it's only the prices on the 5 and the 10 versions that are incorrect. The prices on the basic one are actually correct. I just need to empty it out. So we will do that, but I'll do that in the morning, and we can do that while we're doing some other work as well, because we're going to have mowing and stuff like that we want to do, and we're going to have fertilizer spreading that we're going to be doing in there. So we've got a few different jobs. Let me just check the animals a second and see if we can skip the night. Total capacity 300,000. We should be okay for animals at the moment. Now these are 59 months, those are 18 months. These here are 31 months. These are 2 months, so they're not doing anything at the moment. We've got 50 of them there, and then we've got 80 of these at 8 months. 4 more months, and they will start producing milk, and then another 6 months after that, they start reproducing. So the reproductive age... I'm not going to buy in any more cows just yet. I think we'll leave them as they are. I'm quite happy with them just staying as they are right there. Okay, so I don't need to do anything there. All I actually want to do is go to this one and just make sure that this field here is finished. There's a little tiny bit down the other end that I want to plant. There was a bit that was missed. And yeah, I really don't need to on the scale that we do things now, but I want to anyway. So let's just run down over there and get that bit. And then everything is done, and we're waiting. Yeah, we'll be able to start doing some grass cutting next month. And there's a bit of fertilizer spreading to do. That's it. We're basically then waiting until the harvest. There might be something to do over with the grapes and the olives. But, yeah, I know that some of you have actually tried to school me correctly on how I'm supposed to do the stuff over there, but I'm still not really sure on that one. And making a proper seed drill is still on my to-do list. I haven't actually got round to doing that yet. I do apologize. It will happen eventually, even if it hasn't happened yet. So I'll bring this one in over here. I just washed the tractor and the front weight. It didn't wash the back bit. So let's unhitch the front weight a minute and wash that one. Excellent. I love the way it does that. It's fantastic. Okay. Let me just check the map. And I've got those two and that one that will need fertilizer on, and also field 67 up there will need fertilizer on. But I don't need fertilizer or anything else. Animals are all okay. The factories are doing just fine at the moment. I don't really want to change anything there. And I've only got 182,000, so I'm not going to go and spend a load of money on stuff. So what we are going to do is we're going to skip the night. 14,000 property income. I think that's from our thingies over there. The renewable energies that we put down. So we've got a few coming in from there. And I've got a load of stuff that I want to take from there. And then I've got a few other bits that I want to get elsewhere. We will have a bit from this one. Let's have a look and see what we're doing with... The eggs are so slow going through this one. I did speed it up on the others. These now, I've got nothing. Oh, that's because he's used up all the potatoes now. I think now's the time to delete this. It's full of corn in there, and there's loads of cucumbers and a few other bits, but generally speaking, I think we can get rid of the potato one, and we can have the level 1, and the level 1 that I've got is actually okay, so I will go and use that. Let me not worry about that for a minute. Oh, I'll tell you what we will do. We will start this one doing its fertilizer spreading, because we've got a lot of fertilizer spreading that we need to get done. So you're going to start down there, probably drive into a ditch, probably decide that you don't like being that close to the edge of the field, and all kinds of other nonsense. But I'm going to, hopefully, you're going to just, I'm going to let you carry on, and hopefully you will be okay to carry on. And we're going to get this one, and we're going to go and gather up everything that we possibly can to sell. Although what I'm actually thinking is we should not sell eggs today. We should take all of the eggs that we've got and take them. I'm going to leave those pallets there for a minute. I'm going to get eggs first. I can't remove them from the current mayonnaise factory, but I can take some down to the new one that I got down there. And start the loading process. And just drive steadily up through here like this. Right, now turn that one off. And 839,000 litres of eggs. That's pretty good going, actually. That'll fill up all of the eggs that we need over in the new areas. So let me just go to... There's a surprise. Why am I not surprised by that one driving into the ditch? I did tell you it was going to happen, didn't I? If I bring you back this way, at least he did drive to the very end of the field before he gave up and decided didn't want to do any more. So I'm going to go to there. The problem I've got is that because I've got almost no fertilizer in the thing at the moment, let me go a little bit close to the edge. It's going to take a bit longer to... Oops. I need to use the hired help to do all of the fertilizer spreading, because if I try and do it myself, I use up the little bit that we got. I will go over and refill it pretty soon. Let me stop there, and then go back that way, like that, and then press H. Alrighty then. That one should whiz off down across the field and go and do that bit. Then I want to get this one. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.